So I think I'm in trouble with the wife. We cool? Follow everyone. Alright, bet. So look, Nighttime Guru checking in. Actually, you wanted to make this be my last video today. Today is what, April 9th, Thursday, April 9th, 2020. We want to make a video wishing everybody well and covering a few topics. One of the topics I wanted to cover is staying in shape. So personally, I've been lifting weights since I was like 8, 9, 10, something like that. And I highly advise that if you're going to do it, start now because it takes time. It takes time. Besides that, I did want to talk about how NightTimeGuru got started, what it's about. First and foremost, NightTimeGuru is a company. The objective of the company is to teach people how to center themselves, become peaceful, collected, clear-minded, teach them how to control their dreams, and how to have interdimensional experiences. Because now that we're moving into this new wave of consciousness, especially with all the stuff that's going on in 5G, you really want to be able to make sure that you can navigate all these different levels of dimensional space healthily and with your full godliness intact. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. First and foremost, meditating. These are called not mantras, but what are they called? Mudras. So you can do this one, this one, this one, this one. You guys always see this one mostly. I like to use this one. This one's actually kind of really hard. It's not hard, but it takes a lot more concentration. I'm gonna tell you guys, for all my subscribers who subscribe to me because of the MMA stuff and the fitness stuff, how this ties into fighting, because it just gives you a lot more control of your mind and your psychological processes. Especially when people are so very used to getting up and going on a daily basis. If you're not like getting up and going, people are usually asleep or zoned out in front of the TV or in front of their phones. If you can tell yourself for 2 hours, at my highest point it was like an hour or two per day, where at least I think, where it was like I was sitting there for hours on end and just basically staring at the inside of my eyelids until something happened, and that takes a lot of control, a lot of mental control, mental toughness. So me being able to do that allowed me to go into these the fight arena and do like 2 or 3 fights a day and not really let it affect me. I would have done more if I could have, and I think I could have. It's just how many do you want to do? So next, I want to talk about breathing, which I gotta constantly remind myself to be aware of. Is how I'm breathing, because everybody does. But one thing that I read before was that actually like rabbits and things of that nature have like shorter lifespans because they're always breathing, like they're always recycling their energy like really quickly. And turtles live long because they only take like 1 breath per like minute or something. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I'm not 100% sure even if that's accurate. But I think that taking slow, deep breaths not only allows you to get a better handle on your cardiovascular and your respiratory system, but it also helps you clear your mind, and it also leads to longevity in life. I want to show you guys a few breathing exercises that help me stay in control of my cardiovascular system. This one I forget what it's called, but it's like an alternate nostril breath. So it's kind of like balance the hemispheres of your brain and your oxygen, or your yin and your yang. And you basically want to cover one nostril, breathe in through the other nostril, and exhale through the nostril that you were just covering. We can mix it up depending on what makes you feel most comfortable. So I gotta do the other side just to make it even, balanced. and there are these things in the body in Indian literature called bandhas. So there's like I believe there's three. I believe there's three main ones. So there's one right there in between your anus and your genitals. Basically, that's the first one. It's basically how you either lock yourself into, let's say, if you're going to have an orgasm, you can prolong it or keep from having it by locking that bandha, that spiritual center, and prolonging it so that you can have a more powerful one later on. So that's the first bandha, and that's to do with your root chakra. Then the second one is right here in your diaphragm. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I have to get more control of that, but basically that I think that will help more so with you controlling your diaphragm, controlling how much breath you're able to take in and push out. That thing that you saw me doing with my stomach, this means that there's like literally like no food in my organs at this very second, because I've been more or less like fasting throughout the day because I've been eating like crazy over the past week or two. So I actually watched somebody. This is when I first started jiu-jitsu 3 years ago. It's gonna be 4 years in the summer. I started jiu-jitsu 4 years ago this summer. So we were watching a video. My black belt instructor, we were watching the video after we rode jiu-jitsu. We were like smoking and stuff, and getting ready to roll again. Actually, we were just doing like the practice, doing the classes, and then we got the free roll after. We were smoking in between the classes and the free roll, and we were watching a video where this guy, he was speaking to his students, and he was saying like, my father told me that if you're able to do that, you'll basically be like an unbeatable mixed martial artist. Now, I'd already been studying meditation like 3 years before this, and so I'd already been able to do that because of my research and my studies. So luckily I am able to do that. But the way I think of it is that like, you want to be able to do this because then you can get more access to your intestines and massage them and kind of get the blood flow so that you never have any like any waste that's just sitting there and accumulating. So that helps to be able to massage and get the blood flow in your intestines working as well. And it's also like a thing that will let you know like if you're fasting correctly. And then the third bandha is right here in your basically, where's this thing called? Not the esophagus. It's like the not thyroid, something like that. I can't really think of the name, but it's the it's your fifth chakra, anyways. Vishuddha, something like that. Vishuddha, I believe. But yeah, I don't know exactly how that works. But then also there's something called your glottis. So this is gonna help you in your daily practice of just being the best you can be, especially like if you're doing MMA and stuff. Because when a lot of people meditate, they actually start by doing that. They restrict their glottis, so it's called like an ocean breath or something like that. So when you breathe, it's just sound like that. So that just gives you more control over your breath, over your body, your internal and your external systems. And then there's your Ajna chakra, your third eye, and then your crown chakra as well. I want to tell you guys I want to tell you guys about some of my experiences that I've had, with meditation and with me activating these chakras and everything. I've gotten to a point where I feel like I'm damn near psychic. I feel like I can hear people's thoughts, like not telekinesis. Yeah, telekinesis. And I actually never really thought like this until like 2 or 3 years ago, but then I just meditated so much, and that was an objective that I had that that allowed me to have that, because anything is possible as long as you strive for it, and that's something that I was striving for. And so that's an experience that I've had with my third album, my Ajna chakra, and luckily I haven't like opened my gateway to be able to like see things that are in physical reality that may be in the spiritual realm. But I do travel when I sleep. When I dream, quote unquote, I'm usually like lucid and aware and awake, and I can influence my decisions in my environment when I'm in that state. And that's kind of one of the things. That's actually really one of the things I wanted to do, is be able to control my reality completely. And so that's how I've been able to experience that, is through lucid dreams and actual projections and stuff like that. If you guys have any questions about those two topics, because I really like, those are some that are near and dear to my heart. Then I'm actually coming up with some formulas that will allow athletes to practice in their dreams, that will allow people to study in their dreams and things of that nature, even though it can be kind of hard to read text in your dreams because they're always like moving around and changing and shifting, hieroglyphs and stuff. But yeah, make sure you leave a comment below if you have any questions about like meditation, about chakras, about lucid dreaming, about mantras, anything like that. I also want to cover mantras really quickly. Mantras are more or less, depending on what your purpose for the mantra is something that you say repeatedly until it gets stuck in your subconscious and becomes an actuality or a reality. So yeah, and that's the way mantras work. Actually, I'm sure that you heard of this guy. He was a guru or a teacher or something of that nature. His name was Osho, and he said mantras are basically something you say so many times if you're meditating that your mind will get so bored that it will make something for you to do, and that's how people can have like these transcendental experiences by sitting there and reminded mantras for hours, especially if they're saying like I'm going deep, I'm going deep, I'm going deep, because your mind will follow that energy and that direction that you're taking it into. So yeah, man, that's all I wanted to cover really quickly. Like I said, man, as long as I can do some MMA fights and stuff, actually I did want to touch on that too. As long as I can get like some fair MMA matches, I'm definitely gonna take those matches, bro. Like I'm not about like somebody wanted me to do a bantamweight fight on June 27th. He called me out and was like, I'll pay you to take the fight and stuff like that. He told me that he wouldn't pay me, so I'm most likely not gonna take that fight. I do want to go put up on him, have his address. I want to go beat his ass. And actually, I want to go to the cage and just beat his ass, but it's gonna cost me more than I'm willing to give to go and meet the man in the cage. So if you guys want to contribute to that, my Cash App is NightTimeGuru. I'm gonna start driving my Cash App 100%. But as long as I can get in some matches, and I know if I think I'm gonna win the match, or I know I'm gonna win the match, I'm gonna get in there. I'm putting on a show for you guys. So make sure you stay subscribed to my page and click the notification bell, because any fights that I do from now on are all going to be posted on my page. I don't care if it's like a simple sparring, you feel me? Probably not sparring matches, but every fight that I do inside or out of the cage is going to be recorded, and it's going to be on my page. I did want to say to any aspiring MMA fighters out there, I want to let you guys know that the cage fighting scene is tough. Like it's ridiculously tough. It's cool though, because I love it. It's fun. But if I were you, I would save those skills for emergency situations, especially with the COVID-19 stuff going on, because some of these guys, I don't know, because man, look, your skills are probably going to be a lot more used to you in the future if you're using them for self-defense and protection of your family and stuff like that, than putting on a show for just people who kind of like want to watch two people kill each other. You feel me? So, or cause great harm to each other. So that's all I had to say. I just wanted to advise you guys, let you guys know how to stay healthy. Make sure you do your cardio, jog, play basketball, go play some sport. You feel me? You gotta keep that in your life until the day you die. Don't think that, I'm gonna play a sport for this 10, 15 years and then I'm just gonna, be healthy for the rest of my life. If I cut that off, the residual effects might last you a few years, but after that, like, you're gonna have to get back on your stuff to operate at a high level of athletic professionalism or competition. So I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at NightTimeGuru. If you guys want to connect with me, everything in NightTimeGuru: Snapchat, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I want to make a TikTok. I already have a TikTok. You guys can add me on there as well. And make sure, if you guys are feeling generous, cash at me, NightTimeGuru. Peace.